Grand Rising, everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Unfortunately, the new year for New Orleans was not very happy for a lot of people. Hundreds, maybe even thousands will be affected by what happened. So I was supposed to be out there for New Year's Eve, and I was gonna come late and stay late, okay? And something said, don't go. And I'm like, I know this is my spirit talking to me, so I'm like, Spirit, why can't I go? Is money to be made and fun to be had? Spirit said, much evil. That's what I heard around 1 or 2 p.m. Yesterday. Much evil. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go. So I'm thinking much evil meant, well, with some type of alignment in the skies that, or whatever, some type of metaphysical event, and the energy was going to be kind of off or whatever. So I said, well, I'll just stay home, and I did. I listened. So today I get up, and we're getting ready for my morning walk, and my cousin from Detroit calls and says, are you all right? I said, yeah. She said, then she told me about what happened on Bourbon Street between Canal and St. Anne, which is the area of Canal, or should I say the French Quarters and Bourbon Street that I frequent a lot. And she told me 10 people had been murdered. Some fool plowed into a crowd, killed 10 people, and over 30 had to go to the hospital. He also shot 2 cops before cops came in, and took him out. So he's dead. But he killed 10, and there are some people that are so critically wounded that they are expecting the casualty to rise. So we may have more than 10 people deceased after all of this. So people's parents are not coming home. People's siblings are not coming home. People's kids are not coming home. This is just so sad. This is just awful. Even at this moment, the Bourbon is blocked off. They're telling people you can't walk up Bourbon, and you can be in the French Quarters, just can't go on Bourbon. They should tell people to stay out the French Quarters, but of course I guess they say they got to make some money. All that's getting ready to happen in New Orleans, and this. You got the Sugar Bowl this weekend, which they do not plan to cancel. Of course, it's a money thing. They don't want to lose too much money. They're losing enough right now. People may not be allowed to go back on Bourbon even for the weekend, for the rest of the weekend. Then you got, the Super Bowl coming up, got Mardi Gras, and, New Orleans, when it comes to festivals and events, especially between January and I'll say October, especially between January and June, is off the chain. Okay, millions of people come down here every year. Many more people used to come down here before Katrina, and since Katrina, they have lost a large part of their crowds. People have not come back, and then we've had Ida and this hurricane, that hurricane, and people were stuck during that time, and it's just like, people just don't want to come down here like they used to enjoy the festivities that we have. So this is just going to make it harder, especially with the Super Bowl coming up. I don't know. It may not hurt it, but I believe there are some people who would have probably planned to come to Super Bowl that are probably thinking about changing their plans because of what has happened on Bourbon Street. So they say this man broke through a barrier because after a certain time they cut off traffic from Canal. You can't drive up Canal, not from Bourbon. They cut that off, and of course they cut off the traffic because of the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day crowd that were going to be down there. So he went past the barrier and proceeded to just run into the crowd. He killed 10 people instantly, and over 30 were injured, plus 2 cops that he shot. Had a shootout with the cops. So I don't know. They're saying 35 altogether, so I'm thinking that the 2 cops made up the 35. So 35 people injured, still in the hospital. Most of them, thank goodness, they're doing okay, but they have some that are very critical as a result. So the police takes him down. I think he crashes into something. They shoot him while he's in the car, bring him down, and they find out that he has explosives in his car. This man was planning on blowing Bourbon Street up, not just running, plowing people down. He wanted to blow that place up. Thank God that he wasn't able to ignite those explosives, and the situation did not end up even way worse than it is. So they don't know if he's a lone terrorist, because they're calling this a terrorist attack, or if he had people helping him. They don't know if he planted bombs on the street before he did what he did. Police cars up and down Canal and the French Quarter period, checking in trash cans, looking in people's cars, everything they can do. But I'm pretty sure they got bum sniffing dogs out there, and nobody can go out there today. You can't go on Bourbon Street today. So the man's license plate said Texas, but they tracked the car coming from the Mexican border into the States. Now, this does not mean that he was an immigrant. They do not know his status. They don't know his status, so don't be talking about immigrants did this. You don't know that. And you don't even know if he was driving the car at the time that he came through the border. You don't know if that was him. He could have stole that car. The police, they have more details, but they're not sharing it because they can't, jeopardize the case. So the car came through the Mexican border, had a Texas license plate, and that's all that they're giving us. They haven't given us the race of the man. I'm sure he's Caucasian, white, or whatever. Me and my cousin were playing. We said if he had to be white, because if he was anything, especially if he was black, that's the first thing you would have heard. His race. He was black. Okay? Get off of that. We were just playing, talking. But you had to wait till that fire truck passed. But they have him on camera coming all the way from Mexican border, even at this time. It just happened, and they got that much information on him, but they haven't identified him, and they don't know if he was a lone terrorist, because they're saying it's a terrorist attack. It is. What his motives were, or if he had somebody helping him. So they're going to be searching through the whole French Quarters, especially Bourbon Street, for a while. This is so sad. My condolences to all the people who lost a loved one. There are people who are in very critical conditions. Other people are stable, but we don't know if they're stable and lost a limb or two, because when cars hit you, you can lose limbs. This terrorist just changed so many people's life forever. Mom's not coming home, dad's not coming back home, siblings not coming back home, aunt, uncles, children, grandparents never coming back home. People just out having a good time, enjoying the festivities, and now you have this. So my condolences to all these people, and praying for their families, the ones who lost family members, and praying for the complete healing of the rest who are in the hospital, some of them struggling to survive. So this is how our new year starts off here in New Orleans. Boy, I tell you, I just thank God so much, the Most High. I just thank you. I thank my ancestors and my angels and my celestial family for looking out for me. Told me not to go, and I'm like, oh, what? They said, don't go. And then they said, much evil. And this event was truly evil. So, people, listen to your intuition. Don't fight your intuition. I don't care how bad you want to do otherwise. Do not fight your intuition, because I believe that more than ever before, you're going to need it this year. So listen to your intuition. We got to pray more. We got to meditate, fast, all that. We got fire trucks and police rolling down this street. No telling what has happened up here in my way today. Oh my God. But yeah, y'all, a terrible thing. So I'll continue to watch the news and keep y'all updated on what they're saying and what I hear from the streets here in the people I know who frequent Bourbon Street and the French Quarters. Hear some stuff from them, because a lot of time they know about intel that you might not hear on the news. So pray for these people, they're lost, the people who have survived. Pray for their complete healing, and please pray for New Orleans. Peace, y'all. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Have a great year. Love you.